Good morning, it's Jan here from Australia. Last time I talked to you about this book being what I was going to use to make my gratitude journal, but I decided that it's a bit too strong for you because you won't have a book like that probably. So I instead fell in love all over again with this one as I looked through it, because I really like trashy junk journals. But I decided to make a new one, and I used a few books to get the content, which I will show you. This one has gorgeous pages with lots of beautiful images in it. Another encyclopedia type book, and a couple of gardening books. Showed you this one last time. The paper in this is beautiful and better than using the thin paper that you sometimes get in reading books. The images in this are absolutely gorgeous. So I've used a couple of those too, but I've also used some bigger pages out of another gardening book. So what I thought I'd do today is show you the two signatures I've roughly put together and how I managed them. So first of all, let's look at some of the different kinds of paper I put in here. I have tea dye paper, I'm familiar with that. This is a page out of the other gardening book, and they're very big pages. But if you fold them, the width of that, you can of course trim them. But the other thing you can do is make pockets out of them or other things. So that's another kind of paper I used. Thin, single-sided scrapbooking paper. It's good for writing on the back. Note paper. I have lots of beautiful paper that my friend who died gave me, and I got a box full of it from his sons after she died. I have hand-dyed copy paper, which I'll show you how I did it. It's easy. I have some nice bits and bobs from other books. A small book page that's very nice, both sides. Another book page, good for writing on, also like the decoration around the side. This is from another big book about Australia, and I have used a few of those, and I'm putting them in sideways mostly. Isn't that gorgeous on the other side of it? It's in the rainforest somewhere. Beautiful, isn't it? Bits of graph paper. Some more stationery. Images out of that encyclopedia. I showed you this the other day, so I'll show you some things with that later. This is a full sheet of 12 by 12, which I folded in half, and I folded up the bottom, so that's pockets. And so there I have another useful page for the book. A scrap of scrapbooking paper, bend over the edge, so make another pocket on that side. Stationery, graph paper, and so on. So there's lots of things you have already, which is what I want you to do with this if you're following along with me. There's an envelope that's a bit damaged, but by the time I cover it over, and it'll be nice pockets, and that's a picture out of the magazine. I pulled the middle out of this card. You can see where it was glued, and I will just glue another piece of paper back inside it, covered up the sentiment, and there I have a nice little fold out for one of my pages. This I learned from Joie de Fie's YouTube channel. I'll link her below our video. This is a large sheet from the big book of landscaping, and folded in half, added a piece of scrapbooking paper on the side, and now we have a really nice folder or a cover for our signature. So now all the things that I have shown you, we can put together into a signature. I haven't stitched them together because I'm toying with the idea of making more than 2 signatures. I forgot to show you that I had music paper. That's a big page out of the encyclopedia, but I'm going to do something with that to fit it into our book. Not sure I like that in there yet. I love butterflies, but anyway. I've used a lot of pages out of that encyclopedia. That's an image that I made, a page that I made myself. Don't know whether that will go in. So this is what you do. You just pull things out, see what you think, and then when you put things together is when you decide what you'll do. So this is some of what I've done already. In fact, I videoed it and the battery was flat. So now I've not got a video of this part of it. But anyway, this is a scrap of paper that I stuck over something I made an error with on this thin paper behind. On the video I showed you how it happened. And then I've covered it up so there are no mistakes. Whatever you do, you can fix. Some doodling, a corner pocket, a handmade tag right on the back of it. That's the back of that page and I quite like it, and we'll decorate that and it'll be nice. This is the back of this paper that you saw there. I love it. It's so happy, this paper. And it's like a graph paper. It's good for writing on. This is some paper that was sent to me in a fairy wish from Lavender Blue Art. More of that. More of that out of that beautiful book about Australia. This is from a book. I had a lot of art books in a crate outside, stacked outside where we were living, and we had a couple of very bad storms and lots of them got water damaged, so I'm putting them to pieces. The Art of Anamika Mean, which is some beautiful machine embroidery, absolutely glorious. And butterflies I love. Scrap paper, this one's double-sided, and the other side of it I've made a pocket. More scrapbook paper, same deal. Pretty paper that you print on. Music paper cover from sheet music, and we'll deal with that in a particular way. So I don't think there's anything new in here that you haven't already seen. We'll be looking at how to make different kinds of pockets. That one's also courtesy of Joie de Fie. She has some really good stuff on her channel. And the middle is another large page which I've actually cut down to size, and that looks like ferns but it's actually coral, and I've turned that side back there for a fold out and that side for a fold out because that's a glorious picture of being up there. And we'll talk about this, which is part of the encyclopedia down the track. So I don't think there's anything more in here that's not something you've already seen. So now it's down to you to get your pages together, pull out anything that you think you might like to put in your journal. Like I pulled that out, I really like that. And I'm going to show you how to make a simple pocket out of that and how to figure out which part you want in your pocket. This I showed you last time, it's off a Windows booklet, and I've just put some paper inside to write on, and we're going to attach that in there, and it's going to go in a pocket made out of that. How to make these pockets, which you probably already know, but we're going to decorate them as well. Pieces of writing paper that you can fold this way and open and glue in or tuck in. This one, which you can fold another different way. Same thing, glue it in or tuck it in. This one I made into its own page. And I cut this piece out here because when you fold it round, it gets caught. So this is open out to write on, and it'll be either side of part of the journal. And also I have a bunch of things that I'm going to use for decoration. I'm going to show you how to draw simple shapes and doodle. I thought this was fun about some clothes. We can be grateful that we have clothes. Anything that I thought I might like to do some journaling about. I love cats, but I don't have a cat. I have a beautiful little 3-kilometre dog. Gorgeous picture of a bird in flight. Don't know whether I'll use this nest, but I liked it. I liked that, and that, and that. Which is the Explorers, Birkenwells. That I could use the top half. I could use part of it. Same for this one. And then some other things that are about the people who are helping us all at the moment. So, I'll just move all of this out of the way again. And just remind you that I've made a signature. 2 signatures together. I haven't stitched them together because it is easier to work on the page you want to work on. If you want to work on a spread, which is what that is, you can leave them there and work so they coordinate, but they don't have to, of course. And don't worry about things being sideways because that doesn't matter either. Just make what you like. Don't have to sew it together. You don't have to separate it into signatures. You can just pile it all together. And as we work, we'll pick a spot. So I'll say something like, today let's work on this page. And then we'll do some things about why we're grateful. And while we're working, I can tell you some of the science about it. And nothing too tough, of course, nothing too heavy. But you might be surprised at what you can make out of what you have already, and it can be quite beautiful. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.